From becoming an NCR trooper to becoming a powder ganger. Today I tried to beat Fallout New Vegas while being disguised. This video was recommended to me on my Can You Beat Fallout New Vegas as an NCR soldier video. Now, the rules for this challenge or build are: number 1, I can only attack using weapons that faction uses while wearing their outfit. Number 2, I cannot kill any members of the faction I'm in when wearing their outfit. And number 3, I can only switch outfits when I level up. These level up outfit switches are stackable. And number 4, the only weapon I'm starting with is the 9mm, but I cannot use it till I get faction clothing. With that being said, let's get into this run. I first started by picking my special stats of mostly luck, agility, and endurance. I then picked my skills of guns, speech, and melee weapons. After that, I picked my traits of skilled and trigger discipline, as I always do because they're just really good traits. I then made sure to drop all of my weapons I had, besides the 9mm pistol, of course, and my armor. And then after that, I made sure to head towards Primm to grab this trooper armor. Once we got the trooper armor, we were now officially a member of the NCR. Then I went into Primm and I just basically cleared out the area with all the convicts in it. Now this pistol, pretty good pistol, and yeah, I cleared out everyone in Primm, so the outside got cleared. I then went into the Bison Steed to clear out even more convicts there, and everyone there was also pretty easy. I got a bunch of dynamite which I could use once I got a new outfit. I then shot more convicts inside. The leader took actually quite a few shots to kill. I then went over to Deputy Beagle, talked to him, and basically told him, hey man, come with me, man. And so yeah, he came with me, and then I asked him about, Primm and the new sheriff, and he told me all about that. So after that, I headed to Lieutenant Hayes. Since I am a member of the NCR, I can't really go to the prison, so I then went over to Mojave Outpost. I killed some convicts along the way with a varmint rifle, which I learned you can actually use because NCR members do use varmint rifles sometimes. I then killed these jackals and got my first level up, putting points into speech and barter and taking swift learner. I then went inside to kill some more of the Jackal gang members. I then headed towards Mojave Outpost, where I talked to Major Knight, and he basically said, hey man, yeah sure, I'll give you more troops. I then talked to Ranger Jackson and took his quest. And then after that, I killed the ants for Ranger Jackson, so I could finally obtain a really good weapon to use as the NCR. I then leveled up, putting more points into speech, and then I went over to Ranger Jackson to claim the amazing service rifle with a bunch of armor-piercing rounds. After this, I made my way back to Goodsprings, where I traded a bit with Chet. I then got into a big fight with some powder gangers, killing them, but also allowing me to obtain their outfit, which I can use as a disguise. I then killed more powder gangers along the way, and then I headed towards New Vegas, but first I got a level up, which allowed me to get more points in speech and the educated perk. I then headed along basically the top of these canyons towards New Vegas. I used a stealth boy because there were a lot of Deathclaws, and I don't normally go this way. I usually go around Nipton, Novak, that whole way, but I just went straight to Camp McCarran, where I was able to actually take the monorail because I still am disguised as an NCR trooper. I then headed into the tops, where I was able to basically convince Swank here that Benny needed to be stopped. So I talked to Swank and basically told him about everything, and he was convinced. But I also had gotten a level up, so I was able to put points into speech, and then I headed to search Benny's suite, where we came across the GOAT, Yes Man. And then I talked to Swank again, and he told me, hey man, yeah sure, you can kill Benny. So I shot Benny, and I still don't know how this man has so much damage threshold. I then put more points into speech to get speech up to 90, and then I also decided to take the toughness perk for more damage threshold. I then talked to Volpez once I was outside of the tops. I then switched my armor for the first time, costing me 1 point. I then went to the prison to check it out for a bit and just run around, and then I went to Goodsprings to shoot the bottles for Sunny Smiles. I then talked to Joe Cobb and talked to him about taking over the town as a powder ganger. I then killed Ringo, which I haven't actually done yet in a challenge. I then took on Goodsprings as a powder ganger. Now, I took out some dynamite and threw it at Easy Pete, and bro, he went flying. with that dynamite. I then killed Trudy because she didn't even come outside for the raid on Good Springs. So I killed her, becoming accepted by the Powder Gangers. I then leveled up, getting me another switch point, and then I also put more points in speech and guns. I talked to Joe Cobb, and he told me to go to the prison, so I decided, you know what, I'm gonna go to the prison. So I went to the prison and talked to Eddie, and he gave me a few quests, basically saying, hey, go deal with Chavez. You know, he's not a very good guy to the Powder Gangers. So I talked to Chavez, and then I tell Eddie, hey man, I just talked to Chavez, and he's like, oh, great, can you go talk to this bounty hunter? And so I talked to him, and yep, he says, oh, I'm a bounty hunter. And so I say, okay, just chill out. And then I tell Eddie about it, and he's like, oh, great man, great. And then I have to go find evidence to show that the NCR is going to attack the Powder Gangers prison. So I head to Primm, where I absolutely blow up this NCR trooper. I then head towards the Vicky and Vance Casino, where I kill Johnson Nash and check his body. He had a revolver, which I was able to use as a Powder Ganger. I then went to the tent where Lieutenant Hayes was, and I kill him and some other NCR troopers, where I find the military orders talking about the raid on the prison. So I tell Eddie about all this, and he rewards me with some caps and some XP. I then go outside, where I have to kill all of these NCR troopers. Now, they are tough. Because of the armor they're wearing, it actually takes me like a bunch of bullets to kill them, but I used AP rounds, so it wasn't too bad. I then re-equipped my NCR armor and headed to Camp McCarran, where everyone was shooting at me still, so I had to run away because I could not shoot back. So I had to run away, and I went to the Vendatron, and I sold a bunch of the guns I had gotten. It wasn't that many caps, but it was a pretty good amount, so I went to the doctor at the New Vegas Medical Clinic, where I was able to buy a bunch of stim packs. I then headed to the Lucky 38, where I went to basically kill Mr. House. So I went in and I shot him with my service rifle, ending the reign of Mr. House in New Vegas. From that, I then got a level up, putting points into medicine, and then I also got a perk, which was toughness, again, because I needed more damage threshold. I then got Yes Man to go into the computer and boot himself into it. And now we are at the long cutscene. So for this cutscene, I'm going to say thank you for watching this far, and thank you for the support on my latest video. Besides this one, of course. I am going to be releasing another Fallout 4 video soon, so just wanted to give it a little update while we're in the middle of here. So thank you for watching, and let's get back into the challenge, shall we? I then went over to the Boomers to basically be the first people we talked to, and I just ran through, pretty simple, standard. I then talked to Pearl and told her, yeah, I don't really want to help the Boomers, I'm just here for a quest. So I then went over towards the Red Rock Canyon, where I had gotten to a fight with fiends, and yeah, they tried to attack me. I then went into the Great Khan's like place, and I forgot I was dressed as a NCR trooper, and the Khans hate the NCR. So I got shot at a bunch. I then went over to just gamble for a bit to get some more money at the Atomic Wrangler, which I was able to. I then got some more Powder Ganger outfits so that, you know, I could actually go and talk to the Khans, because they don't really hate the Powder Gangers too much. I then killed some more Powder Gangers and got another level up, giving me another point, and put most of my skill points in medicine. I then headed towards the Brotherhood of Steel, where they didn't even hate me. Even though I was a Powder Ganger, they just didn't really care. So I talked to Elder McNamara, and yeah, I said I'll take care of the Ranger. Now because I'm dressed as a Powder Ganger, this Ranger will hate me a bunch. So I headed to the Ranger, Dobson, and after a bunch of shots with my varmint rifle, he was able to be taken down, getting me some NCR Ranger patrol gear and a hunting rifle. So I told Elder McNamara what had happened, and he wasn't too mad. So I was able to put on the patrol armor, and yeah, it was some of the best armor I had. And I also had a new hunting rifle I could use. So I headed towards Red Rock Canyon where I had forgot, oh wait, I'm wearing this armor. So I gotta switch armor again, costing me another point. I then talk to Regis, where he just tells me about the Great Khans, basically. I then head back to the Vindatron at the Gunrunners and basically spend a bunch of money at the Gunrunners. I then went to Gamora, and Gamora was like, hey, this is basically what we do. Then I went to Mortimer, and he just told me about the White Glove Society. I then talked to Yes Man, and he basically said, alright man, can you go to the substation? So I went to the substation and had to dress up as a patrol ranger again, so I didn't really get shot at. So I just powered on the substation. Nobody even cared. Yeah, I just powered it on, and I was able to go to the battle for Hoover Dam. Now here, I got into a big fight with the Legion, but for some reason, they don't drop their outfit when they're at the Hoover Dam. So I wasn't able to get a Legion outfit, but I was able to convince these heavy troopers to let me through the door, so I was able to install the override ship for Yes Man. After that was done, I headed to blow up the dam. After I blew up the dam, I just made sure to run through the halls of the dam and avoid most people. I then went over to the Legis camp where I shot the Praetorian guards, and then I went up to go face the Legate. Now, I had took every drug at this point trying to kill him, and then I got flung up straight into the eye, and I was like, okay, what is going on, man? What is going on? So I just said, you know what? It's probably a sign. So once I got down, I had actually died, because even though I tried to kill him at this point, yeah, I died from all that. So I just said, you know what? I'm just gonna talk to him, because I don't want to get flung up into the air again. So I speak to the Legate, getting me a level up. Now this level up doesn't really matter. I mean, it's at the end of the game, so of course level ups don't really matter now at this point. And now here's the interesting part. Because I am disguised as a member of the NCR, I can't really hurt General Oliver without, you know, getting consequences and failing the run. So I just talk to him and tell Yes Man not to kill him. So I talk to Yes Man, I complete the run. Thank you for watching, and yeah, this video, I just wanted to upload it basically to do a challenge run for the community. So like, if you like these community challenges where I take suggestions and put them into videos, just let me know. But there will be another Fallout video coming soon. I just wanted to get a little community video out here. And yeah, thanks for watching, and hope you enjoyed. Peace.